What's going on? What's going on? Give y'all a minute to come in. Happy Thursday. How's everybody doing? Hope you're in a better spirit than mine. I feel a little tired and I don't today. I feel like right now. But we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna have the same discussion we had last night. I know it's we see it everywhere. We see it everywhere. You feel me? We see it everywhere. What's going on? Hold on, shit. Okay, there we go. Hold on. Hold on. Y'all see that? Like, yeah, I'm ready. Come on in. Hold on one second.
Today is still Monday, April 28th, 2025. Back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I was talking to a Walmart truck driver today. And I'm also, y'all know what, you see me every day. And you also know that I'm in the import-export side of trucking. I deal directly with what's going on with the tariffs and what have you.
Big Ward, the genius.
I told y'all, and y'all know by now, you've been following me for a minute, that I am a red flag. I'm your warning of how the economy is doing. I let y'all know how the economy is doing way before everybody else did. Even before the news and everybody else, I was letting y'all know what was going on because I'm saying it firsthand. Even when they wasn't reporting anything yet, I was telling y'all, hey, we're in a recession. The economy's gonna tank. It's looking bad. Oh, there you go with that doom and gloom, and all of a sudden, bam! I was telling the truth, my numbers grew. A lot of y'all thought I was lying, making up, views and ratings. As time went on, everything I told y'all ahead of time would happen. And I'm not a psychic. I used to always say that, hey y'all, I'm not a psychic. I'm not Nostradamus, and I don't play one on TV. I just got by. I'm in a position of where I can see these things before everybody else because I'm on the front line.
Of course.
So I warned y'all, get ready, be prepared. We're heading for a disaster. They were doing Biden administration. I was letting y'all know. Before y'all come out here, we just voted. We're not doing this.
Okay, thank
I
you.
was backed off it. I'm tired of that.
Thank you.
But again, I warned y'all. I let y'all know what was coming, right? So today, I was talking to a Walmart truck driver, the one that drives for Walmart. I'm an independent contractor with Walmart. I drive my own truck for them. I don't drive for Walmart Fleet, the big Walmart truck y'all see going on the road. I don't drive for them. In case y'all want to call in and get me in trouble. You know who you are. Y'all funny. Y'all be surprised what people do on here. I got some inside people work for Walmart, right? Say, man, I don't know who you been pissed off or whoever, but folk calling up here saying you sell narcotics and what have you. You know, they need to check into me and watch me. That's real. They were laughing like, man, I don't. Whatever you're doing, you better stop it. There's some woman or something you know. Yeah. So to y'all that's calling up to Walmart, I don't work for Walmart. I'm an independent contractor, like a bunch of other trucking companies that bring freight to Walmart, but I don't work for Walmart. I ain't gonna tell you who I work for. And if I did, it wouldn't matter because I've been there so long, people know me. I'm independent. People know my character. They can vouch for me. You can tell them anything you want to tell them about me. Ain't nothing about me they want to already know. Same way I tell y'all everything, everybody I be around. Oh, yeah, we are. Big boy did what? Oh, we already know. I said, let y'all know how people behave, man. People calling up there telling them, the folk coming at me laughing. Man, what you done did? And I told them about my YouTube channel, this and that, you know. People didn't like my views on certain type of topics and certain things, and they got the hating and calling around to my job, thinking they finna get me fired, and I'm like, they do all that? Yeah. People are weird. I forgot to tell y'all about that. But since I was talking about Walmart, because I talked to the Walmart driver today, that made me remember. Man, they did tell me about. So I got some inside. People like me. People watch the channel. People know me. So they're like, hey man, somebody call in on you, bro. I don't know what you're doing, man. You know what I'm saying? But we can't. We told we. Well, y'all need to watch it. He's selling, you know, narcotics. He might be selling it out your own truck. He might be bringing it across the border. You better, I'm saying all that stuff. I ain't drive for Walmart. I'm not a Walmart trucker. I messed around and said that here one time that I be driving for Walmart. Y'all thought I drove for Walmart trucks. Then I got to calling up to tell them folks, y'all got somebody work for y'all name? They be like, who? Well, I don't, y'all need to, you say you ain't got to, man, we out there cracking up. Anyway, listen, I was talking to a Walmart driver, the one that actually drives for Walmart, the big white truck with Walmart on the side of it, with the white Walmart uniform. He actually drives for Walmart. He works for Walmart. Was talking about how they've been warned about times of getting ready to, if this tariffs and stuff keep going on, there's gonna be shortages, supply shortages, empty shelves. What we got right now is a backload of orders, stuff that they ordered months ago. But once that runs out, I'll let them tell you. Hold on.
Tell them, why should people join us on May 15th?
Well, if you're a person that is not willing to settle, if you're somebody that's looking around and you're looking at your life and saying, my original vision for my life doesn't match where I am, I'm maybe feeling a little stuck, or maybe, I've tried several things that have not worked, but I want control of my own life, my own destiny. I want to be able to have my income change. I want to do something that's purposeful, that's meaningful, that makes me feel alive, like my life matters. Then there's an industry like no other that we've been a part of between us. 48 years for me, and how many years?
28 for me.
20, so like 76 years between us. I wish we hadn't shared that, I think.
Yeah, totally.
But during those 76 years, we've learned a lot. We'd have to be idiots not to see there are patterns that make people succeed and patterns that make them fail. And so we've developed a format. We'll have 1 million people roughly join us. We've done it for 7 years in a row. This year.
New today, consumer sentiment plummeting to one of the lowest levels on record amid a fierce trade war. Retailers are warning of empty shelves reminiscent of the pandemic, with the 145% tariff on nearly all Chinese imports in place. Yesterday, President Trump said he's ready to make a deal with President Xi.
Really?
Have you spoken to him since the tariffs? When did you
I don't want to comment.
Look at that shit. Trump first on today.
I'll let you know at the appropriate time. Let's see if we
meantime, major ports like the Port of Los Angeles are seeing a steep drop in imports from China. And joining me now, we have Lorianne Larocco, global supply chain reporter for CNBC Business News. Then Lori is also the author of the book We shouldn't see a rush because we actually have the items in. It's going to hit us in waves, Alex. And this is what we're going to kind of see with the timeline. Starting in June, this is where you're going to start seeing, those items that we love to get really cheap online. Those are the items that are going to get hit first. And those are like the fast fashion, products we might get on Amazon. And the reason why is that smaller businesses, they can't afford to have front-loaded, right, all of these items in to beef up their inventory. Then starting in July, this is critical because this is the back-to-school time, right, where parents are going into the stores to get their kids their school clothes. So you're looking at backpacks, you're looking at notebooks, you're going to be looking at all of these items that some have been brought in, but there has been a major pause when you're looking at the amount of items that have been brought in, and people are just really uncertain, if you will. Is it going to consumer going to buy? We have seen a pullback on a multitude of different economic indicators in terms of that hesitancy. And without really any definitive acknowledgement of what's going on, we're going to see this pullback. And then in addition to the fast fashion and the school clothes, also electronics because of the connectivity, right, on the inventory of the supply chain. I'm going to get to that in 1 second, but
That's what you voted for. I know that's coming. Again, as I started this video out, I was warning y'all about this stuff before we even knew he was going to be able to run. I was telling y'all we're going to be where we are now. What President Trump is doing now is trying to fix it. He didn't create this mess. Now, you may not like his tactics with these tariffs and stuff, and things going to get hard. Tariffs will make it harder, but we was already scared up, ladies and gentlemen. I've been warning y'all about this a couple of years now, since I've been on this thing. I've been warning y'all about where we are right now. President Trump was nowhere in sight. He was somewhere fighting charges or whatever. We ain't think he gonna be able to run. So don't come with that. That was your voting for. We was already going through this months ago, a year or so ago. Cause I was warning you. I got video. I got receipts. Go back and look. Give me some more views too. Go back and look. I've been making videos about the same topic a while now. Letting y'all know. Stock up, prepare, get ready that this time was coming. Big boy, your haters and your doubters. I see you in the comment section. Where you at now? Big boy, you been saying this going on. I'm still waiting. That's what y'all telling me. I see you in the comment section months back before it happened. Laughing at you been in the ark, it ain't raining much. They were laughing. Y'all laughing at them, some of y'all. Big boy, you been saying this same thing. I'm ready for the disaster to happen. You've been saying the same thing, big boy. It ain't nothing happening. Okay. So I guess they preaching doom and gloom too. They're trying to get views and clicks, like y'all say all the time, just making up stuff. But anyway, hold on. Let's hear some more people. They're just trying to get some clicks.
Are you overwhelmed by your payday loan debt? Have you taken out multiple loans and struggling to pay them back? If so,
Now turning to news for your money this morning, President Trump is signaling a possible shift now in tone when it comes to those tariffs on China. This is after the CEOs of some major retailers met with the president, and they were warning him about the impact these tariffs could have on the supply chain. Yeah, Pro4's Joey Borda following this story for us live from Sausalito. Joey. James and Daria, picture this. Empty shelves at Target. Something we haven't seen since the pandemic. Sound familiar?
Oh my
when we couldn't
God.
find toilet paper back then? Yeah, could happen again. PepsiCo just came out this morning with a lower full-year earnings forecast due to the cost of tariffs and lower consumer spending, according to the Associated Press. PepsiCo being tariff on aluminum imports, which it depends on for soda cans. The CEOs of Target, Walmart, and Home Depot now warning the president product shortages could happen if tariffs continue. Business leaders met with Trump earlier this week, telling him his tariffs could lead to inflation and force them to raise prices.
They took our companies out of America and they built their plants in China. And one of those things, so now we're reversing it.
On Wednesday, the president told reporters at the White House the 145% tariff on China is, quote, very high. The president signaling the tariff on China could come down substantially in the next couple of weeks, regardless of the deal with China. Business leaders are now worried about higher prices for consumers ahead of the holiday shopping season later this year. PepsiCo says it's bracing for high uncertainty for the rest of the year. It's unclear if and when we may see higher prices as a result of these major retailers seeing the impact of tariffs. Back to you. All right. Thanks a lot, Joey.
And on Monday, representatives from Walmart, Target, and Home Depot met with the president, warning there could soon be empty store shelves in the U.S. The number of cargo ships from China carrying everything from clothes to household goods was down 35% compared to the same week last year.
Now, let me explain to y'all how this works when you're dealing with shipping. Who were saying, "Oh, these shelves ain't empty. They full of stuff." You still think I'm lying or don't know what I'm talking about, right? I mean, this is how this works. If a ship come in today to the port, the stuff that's on that ship was ordered months ago. It took that long for that ship to get here. They didn't order it. It ain't like how we do when we order something off Amazon or whatever. They be here in 3 days. That's how this works. When they order something from China, the businesses, Walmart or whoever else ordered from over there, they order months out. They have what you call forecasts based on what they think people are going to need or want to spend. So a ship shows up today at the port. What they bring it in is not something that was ordered last week. That shipment was probably a month and a half, 2 months ago that they ordered for it to be here today. 2 months out. So that's what she was telling you. All these tariffs and stuff that we're dealing with, you won't start seeing those effects. Like the lady said earlier, in like June, July, back to school, the Christmas holiday season, stuff like that. That's when you will start seeing the effects of these tariffs and stuff and the store shelves being empty. Right now, what you're buying, why you're saying they're not empty, because that stuff that was in there, people like big stores that front loaded, because they knew it was coming, they ordered an extra.
Yeah, but what about meat though?
Because when the tariffs hit, they ain't ordering no more. They're not ordering. So the stuff you're buying now is stuff that was ordered months ago. When this runs out, that's it. Because people are not ordering more to restock. So as you see it start running out, they won't be restocking. So those who saying that I'm lying because big boy, I was in Walmart today, the shelf was full. Okay, I'm lying. Don't worry about it. Keep on. La, 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 la. Keep on. Keep on. Keep on. You gonna up around and find out that big water wasn't lying. Most of y'all know I ain't lying. But some of y'all just call your hate for me and disdain for me. You don't want me to be right. And honestly, I don't want to be right about this because it ain't good news. I don't want to be right about bad news.
It ain't good news for nobody.
But it's bad news. And I'm right. It's coming.
Oh my God.
So what I'm telling y'all to do, if you can,
letting me know that
stock up. That's what they telling you. On stuff that you need, that you know your household needs. They tell you go out and buy toilet paper and all that. Cause I don't know what happened with that situation. We make toilet paper here. I don't know about PepsiCo, whatever. So that was the executive or whatever going to talk to President Trump, warning him about the pain we're about to go through, and the American people ain't built for it. All those big CEOs and executives, Walmart, Target, Home Depot, all of you saw when they went to meet with President Trump to warn him about the store shelves going to be empty and how his tariffs are hurting the American people in the country, whatever.
Hello, my name is Adam Ferrari, the Chief Executive Officer of Phoenix Energy. I look forward to you joining us.
Right when the conversation getting good, for a damn commercial.
I told you, anybody with any common sense told you, it's going to hurt. I told y'all we're going to go through a little suffering. But in battle, in war, you're going to deal with suffering. And why America won't win no more wars because we ain't built to suffer no more. We ain't going to sacrifice no more. We're too soft. So the tariffs would work, but they ain't going to work because at some point in time, he's going to have to lift them. Because they're going to get to crying, oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, Lord Jesus. Instead of going without, we're going to be crying and whining and complaining. The Democrats going to be talking ish and everybody that fuck about the news. I can't afford. We already can't afford nothing. What's new? So lower bread went from $15 loaf to $18. Just an example. We already couldn't afford it at 15. So we were doing without anyway. You got to learn to do without. But we ain't going to do that. We got to have our latest so-and-so, our updated so-and-so. We got to have it. But man, we can't do without that. We can't do without the iPhone. We can't do without the no. What you mean, tariffs, President Trump? Don't you know the new iPhone coming out? So therefore, America ain't gonna win that. Too soft.
No, Lord.
But I'm just warning my people. That's all I'm doing.
This nigga got Charleston White and Kevin Samuels on there. What do they have to do with it? I love the video, but Charleston White and Kevin Samuels ain't got shit to do with this.
If this thing don't end. Don't get ready. Be ready. Get it. Got it. Good. Bye.
Oh my God. Lord have mercy. Okay. Like I said, go watch this video. I don't know why the hell he got Mr. Kevin saying was on there. I don't know why. I guess you just do that for views and clicks. But there is a lot that he said that I do concur with. I just think that nobody give a damn about us. Things are gonna get worse. And like right now, so I quote scripture right there. Like right now, I just delivered to 2 stores, and my trailer wasn't even full, y'all. My trailer was not full. My trailer was not full. My trailer was like, normally when I do waters and canned goods and pet foods, normally they have the trailer full to the rim and to the point where you can't even let the damn ramp down. You know what I'm saying? The truth only offends the guilty. Keep running. Thank you, sir, Mr. Marlon. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So, but he is correct though. I'm working like I told y'all last night, and like I told you last night, it is getting rough, and I'm seeing it myself on the shelves. I say, damn it! Like my first stop. Normally, when I go to the store, they take at least from 8 to 10 pallets, and I only end up dropping off like 3. And I normally go to the store on driving. Like I told you, I was like Jennings, I think Texas, I think it was of the day, and that's what took the hours out. Um, their whole water side was just empty. So their whole water area in the back was totally empty. So it is getting rough. Say as you heard him say, he is on our app. I mean, he's talking to one of my drivers, and he's speaking 100% the truth. Um, and what he had to say. But like I said, Trump is, he's trying to deal with the situation, but I just don't think that he's thinking about. He's trying to think long term, but he wants to. Trump is thinking about long term things turning around, but he's not thinking about the current suffering that he's going to send us through. If that makes sense, you know, you know what I'm saying. So just but like I said, they trying to, and then all this shit's going on, and he's still trying to push the AI shit, so they still push that shit. They're trying to make people like us, doing what we doing, having a robot push shit around than having a what's called. I just see my pay for tomorrow. I'm not happy. I'm a matter of fact, I'll be calling uh, my payroll when I get off the slide. But you have to constantly fight. The trucking is not the same no more. It used to be, well, if you had your CDL and you took your ass to the port, that's how the fuck you need it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck leasing. Remember that time? Remember that time? Like when I was driving school buses, I had a homeboy / boyfriend, and all he ran was the port. He never want to do shit else. Typically, see you talking about. They won't have any problem laying you down. Yeah, it's gonna get to the point where this shit gonna be like purge. You know what I'm saying? I was just at Walmart outside and the shelves were on the floor. Yeah, yeah. Some of you are not noticing it so far because you're not really paying attention, right? But if you ever walk through Walmart 9, 10 o'clock at night, you'll see that when they stocking shelves, it's not a whole bunch of pallets out there. Now they will have pallets out each and every hour when you come in close to closing time. They get ready to stock up for the night. Go in there between 9 and 10, almost 11 o'clock, and you'll see the difference what you normally see. But this is informational. This is just experience, like I always do. Just be careful. Do what you need to do. As far as us, as far as being in this driver's seat, pushing no pedal down. Like I said, it's just a start to cut us out of our jobs. That's what I think. I think it's to make the way in for make prices go up so we can have more money to put in their robots and every fucking thing. But I think the shit is. But he didn't lie. He didn't lie. 2 weeks. Oh Lord, we in trouble. We can't stop fucking with China. I don't know who gave the bright idea that the U.S. can fully function without China. That is just not true. Go watch this video, y'all. Go watch this video. It's a really good video. Really good video. But it is happening. The famine is happening in front of my very eyes. That and you fighting to keep yourself in the seat. It's a huge fight. Like normally, like right now, you see all these docks empty. You see all these docks is empty. Normally, that be nothing but full of on ops. It's the middle of the day. It's 1 o'clock. Normally, when I run these type of loads and I come get this water load, it's for docks. It's for Uber freight. You know what I'm saying? Get a lot loaded, getting ready to take me down the aisle. So so you see it. But I worry about people like me that we rely on the CDL to survive. Yeah, see, there's another one. Walmart warning empty shelves in 2 weeks.
On Monday, representatives from Walmart, Target, and Home Depot met with the president, warning there could soon be empty store shelves in the U.S. The number of cargo ships from China carrying everything from clothes to household goods was down 35% compared to the same week last year. If it's not possible, if we're so far apart, it's not going to happen, then I think the president's probably at a point where he's going to say, well, we're done. In this video, we're going to look at the ripple effects of escalating tariffs and what it means for store shelves in the weeks ahead. Why America's food safety system may be more fragile. Growing bolder as trade routes shift, alliances realign, and old safeguards disappear. What does this mean for those of us trying to stay ahead of these changes that will impact our lives? I'm going to tell you what I'm doing and what your next step should be. Giveaway and announce last week's winner, so stick around for that. Go ahead and dive in. If you're new to this channel, my name is Chris, and on this channel we discuss emergency preparedness, aka prepping. Every week we break down recent events and explore what they mean for preparedness, what we should be doing now to become more self-reliant, more secure, and more resilient in the face of instability. These videos are about clarity, not about panic. We're going to take a look at the headlines that you need to know and what they mean for us. So let's jump in. Tariff fallout. Retailers are sounding the alarm over the imminent risk of empty store shelves due to the escalating impact of President Trump's tariff policies. Major chains like Walmart, Target, and Home Depot, they privately warned the administration that continued tariffs could disrupt supply chains, leading to product shortages and price hikes just within a few weeks. Now, despite efforts to stockpile inventory, experts predict a significant drop in imports, with the National Retail Federation conservatively forecasting a 15% decline in inbound cargo through the end of this year. Now, this situation is compounded by increased costs from tariffs on goods from China, Canada, and Mexico, affecting a wide range of products from electronics to groceries. As retailers grapple with these challenges, consumers may soon face higher prices and limited product availability. There's been some retreating signal regarding the tariffs, but then that retreat has been rescinded. Many of the key tariffs are still in place, and many more tariffs are still in the works, like the de minimis tariff that would apply to all shipments under $800 in value. No official trade deals have been made or announced between the United States and China or the rest of Asia. President Trump is waiting for President Xi Jinping to negotiate, but there's no indication that he's willing to do so at this time. Currently, President Xi is making trade deals with the rest of the world. Now, during the same turbulent period of on and off again applied tariffs, postponed tariffs, China has inked new trade deals with their allies. Notably, in late March, China, Japan, and South Korea agreed to reinvigorate negotiations on a trilateral free trade agreement between them. The presidents of China and Brazil have signaled trade and development agreements, and while no formal agreement has been made, shipping volumes between Mexico and China have surged over 20%, with some ports in Mexico reporting a 200% increase in container volume. Absent from all these new deals between countries are American imports or exports. The United States is even at the table, mainly because the tariffs have made it too difficult for countries to import or export to the United States. I've said it before on this channel, trade flows along the easiest routes. So let's walk through what's happening here a bit. First, a tariff is announced. Retailers and manufacturers in the United States have a couple of choices. They can either try to rush orders for inventory or hope for the best. And if they have a good inventory of whatever they're importing, they could choose to write it out, but no new product is probably coming in to replenish their dwindling inventory. Now, even if the supply on hand is in a good place, prices, they're going to jump because no new stock is being imported.
And we're not just talking about ready-to-made and packaged products for the store shelf here. It may be the packaging for products made here, raw materials or ingredients for products made here, or parts to complete the manufacturing process. All of that has to be assessed when the tariff is announced, when it's implemented, when it's scaled. The counter tariffs on the way is an opportunity for manufacturers and retailers to raise prices in anticipation of the future or in dealing with the current realities. If it were just prices, well, that could be written off as the necessary pain that we were warned about, but this has risen to a much higher level. Havoc Floyd, a major global shipping company, has reported that 30% of its shipments from China to the United States have been canceled due to the escalating tariffs. This has prompted shifting shipping demand towards Southeast Asian countries like Thailand, Cambodia, and Vietnam. And the executive director of the Port of Los Angeles has projected a potential decline in imports by at least 10% in the second half of 2025, attributing this to companies pausing orders in response to increased tariffs on Chinese goods. China has ceased placing orders for U.S. corn and soybeans, and China previously imported 54% of all the soybeans grown here in the United States. China has put a complete freeze on all exports to the United States of rare earth elements that the United States technology and defense industries rely on. Major U.S. retailers, including Amazon and Walmart, have canceled orders from Chinese suppliers. And the increased tariffs have made it economically unfeasible to maintain previous order volume. Beyond higher prices, we have moved into the real possibility of product scarcity. Experts are warning that we're just mere weeks away from COVID-style empty shelves at retailers nationwide. If you want to know some of the specific shortages that we're looking at, I'm going to link to our previous video on this at the end of the video. But understand, this is moving far beyond the point of just higher prices and a few empty shelves. The United States is increasingly being left out of major global trade conversations, and we're now watching as countries begin making strategic deals that bypass the United States dollar altogether. BRICS, the economic alliance, originally.
Oh my God, y'all! Are you hearing that? We can't. You think the USA is strong to survive without um alliances with other countries? I just don't think we can. You feel what I'm saying? But I gotta get rolling. I just have to chop this up and play with y'all. This is getting serious. It's really getting crazy out here. You know. And again, like I say, I don't know what all this really means for us. Because if stuff stop moving, they have to keep cutting jobs. Do understand that. A lot of you on the ops got to still keep parking. Some of you on the ops say park your truck now. We got a few of you that's still running around trying to make ends meet. And you know, you make a little bit of money, then you're not. You know what I'm saying? But I love y'all. Check out both of these videos. Hit like, subscribe, comment down below on this sticker shape. Talk to y'all later.